Shalom, shalom. This is Amma One from the Lions Den Camp with Yasha Allah coming at you guys for a quick topic breakdown. Hope it's edifying to the Akim, to the Aquafim, to anyone that's out there listening. Before I get into it, I want to give all praises to the Father and the Son in our holy proper names. Call Halayullah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Mamav. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of JMS and salutations to the Akim that's pushing the truth. Alright, diligently around the four corners of the earth. Alright. Double honors to my elders as well. Alright. And double salutations again to my Akim. Alright. So as you can see, the title says the end of the beginning. The dark winter is here and the Americans see no end. And this caught my eye earlier today. Shlaki. In regards to this title, it says the end of the beginning. It's really the beginning of the end. All right. You know, as the scriptures say, Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. You know, and also about the story of Jacob and Esau that it speaks about in Genesis chapter 25 and also 27, speaking about how they was both in the womb of Rebekah. And how Esau came out first, you know, came out like already like a hairy garment, and Jacob held the heel of Esau, meaning he came out second. All right, so Esau was the firstborn, and Jacob was the secondborn. Esau was considered the elder, and as it says in the scriptures, it says the elder shall serve the younger. All right, and that's prophecy because that's getting ready to come to pass, man. You know, the ones that's in rulership now is getting ready to be under rulership of the righteous, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. They're gonna be in righteousness. They're gonna be ruling the kingdom in righteousness under Yahweh Shah, man. All right, and Esau is gonna be under the rulership of Jacob. All right, the so-called black man. All right, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, so back to the title, it says that the end of the beginning, the dark winter is here. And the Americans see no end, man. So look, the people of this world, man, especially in America, man, they have this sense of hope that this life is gonna continue on, that they're gonna indulge in their wicked deeds, man. You know, they're comfortable with living this life, man, and they're comfortable with how the system of this world is running. You know, 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed, you know. That's in the midst of these Americans, man. That's in the midst of these heathens around the four corners of the earth, man. 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed for lack of knowledge and also for forsaking. Continuing to forsake, continuing to, as people would say in modern times, cheat, you know, on their spouse, you know, which is Yahweh Shah, man. You know, falling after these false gods, falling after these other gods, falling after these false principalities, man. Instead of falling after the true principalities of our powers, man. The laws, the statutes, and the commandments, man. Our people like to follow after unrighteous things. So so let me read the article, a little bit of the article. It says, the end of the beginning. The dark winter is here, and Americans see no end. It says there was that sense of hope, and then all of a sudden, hold on, here, Shalaki. So pretty much it says, it's a 28-year-old high school teacher. It says the expectation of a return to relative normalcy that came with mass coronavirus vaccine efforts is fading fast. It says there was that sense of hope, and then all of a sudden, I'm not saying this. It says I'm not saying that it's been dashed, but it feels like everything is still up in the air, and that's what pretty much the majority of the people are hoping for. They are hoping that they can continue in the current life that they was once living in. You know, freely being able to sin. Freely being able to live their lives, as they say. It says, but it feels like everything is still up in the air, in our reality, it's not up in the air, man. Because the beginning of the end, or the end of the beginning, the beginning of the end is here. The wicked is about to be no more, and the righteous is getting ready to. The righteous is following in line. So the righteous is following up to be at that top level, the top level of being in control, or being the judges of the earth. But it says what? It says no matter how much we want it to end, there's still so much we don't know. He said of the pandemic. So pretty much, man, yes, it's a lot of stuff that these people don't know. That's what it says in Hosea 4:6. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge," man. And our people are scattered across these nations, man. Especially here in America. Our people it says our people is pretty much in this Stockholm syndrome mindset, thinking that they can live their lives freely, man. Thinking that they can cast off the works of Yahweh. And then also, by them not knowing Yahweh, not knowing His works, not knowing His laws, His statutes, His commandments, man. They're following after the traditions of men. And that's gonna cause them to be destroyed, because they're not seeking to know their true power. They're seeking to please their flesh. They're seeking to please their vain imaginations, man. But let me go to a few scriptures real quick. I do want to go down to this one particular point. Here, let me go to it real quick. Here it is right here. It says we're not at the beginning of the end of this pandemic. It says we're just at the end of the beginning. So, like the scripture says in Matthew, man. Matthew chapter 24. It says here we go to it. So it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man. So this is the beginning of the end. It says, when you shall see these things happen, be not dismayed, because the end is not yet. So we are seeing the signs, we are seeing the prophecies. All right, we are going into the times of Jacob's trouble more and more. We are going to more into prophecy as time progresses. All right, so we're progressing more to the end, but this is not the end. All right, because there's more things to come. All right, so let me go down to verse 20. It says, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, and neither on the Sabbath day. So pretty much, man, pray that your flight be not in the winter, meaning pray that your struggles or your tribulations or your trials be not in the winter. Like literally, like thinking about the winter, man. It's cold. It's hard to do things. It's hard to move around. It's hard to get things done, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find shelter. So if anything, pray that you fall not into that time, man. Because in due time, that's really gonna be that winter. That's the season of winter, man. The season of not gathering is gonna be here, man. It's gonna be here real soon. The spirit of desolation. The grinding will stop soon, man. But it says, pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And that's what it is, man. Because this great tribulation is gonna be, it's gonna be way heavier than any other time. It's gonna be not like no other time that has ever happened, man. You know, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is not an author of confusion, man. Whatever he says goes, and whatever he says, it will happen. And that's what, and you know, these people, man, the so-called Americans, our people are considering themselves Americans and not Israelites, not Hebrew Israelites, man. And not calling themselves by their true identity. They're calling themselves out the you know, these at the Esau man-made name, man. You know, they're proud to be they're proud to be considered a heathen, man. Rather be considered a part of the chosen nation of Israel, man. Yahshua Allah. But let me go to I'm gonna go to 2nd Ezra chapter 7. Alright, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 7 verse 20. It says, For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of Yahweh that is set before them. For Yahweh have given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has given us straight commandments on what to do. He has given us his words. He has given us his instruction on what to do. All right, so we could be able to live, so we could be able to have some stability of the times to come. You know, like it says in Isaiah 33:7. You know, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. All right. It says, For Yahweh have given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. So, man, the Most High is telling us to observe, watch, be circumspect. All right, of the things that you do, man. You know, repent, flee, escape. You know, flee from the wickedness, flee from the sin, flee for the iniquities, man. You know, flee from the transgressions, which is a part of sin. You know, transgression of the law. But it says, Yahweh have given them straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should do to observe to avoid punishment. Man, these people don't want to. They don't see destruction coming, man. They see this this fantasy, man. They see this fantasy vision of living forever, man. You know, or I wouldn't say living forever, but continuing on in this life, man. You know. And what it says, nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spoke against him and imagined vain things, man. And the people is pretty much against it is against Yahweh, why Yahweh shot, because by them not following or hearkening to the words of truth, and following after their own vain thoughts, their vain imaginations, man. They're deceiving themselves, man. You know, they're deceiving themselves and not being disciplined, man. They're not being his children. They're not being a child. You know, they want to be on the outside of the house instead of in the inside, man. But what it says in deceit. It says verse 23. It says 22. It says, nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spoke against him and imagined vain things, man. And by the people not following after the ways of Yahweh, while Yahweh shot, man, that's how they're blasphemy in him, man. You know, it taking for granted, you know, the grace and the mercy that he's given us, man. They tossing it out the window just to go follow after Esau, man. Just to go follow after the slave master. It says verse 23, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways, man. Because they want to continue on. They want to continue on in this life. They want to continue on in sin, you know. But what it says, I'm gonna go down to verse 43. It says, "But the day of doom shall be the end of this time." And what does that word doom mean? That word doom means destruction, man. Matter of fact, let me pull it up real quick. The word doom, it says doom are people marked by very bad luck, particularly death. It says doom is a plural noun for referring to a group of unfortunate people, and it's also an adjective describing someone who's destined to die, man. So what it says, "But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immorality for to come, wherein corruption is past," man. And the day of doom, the day of destruction is near. The day of a calamity with sorrows and pangs is near. All right. It says, "But the day of doom, it shall be the end of this time." You know, when that thermonuclear power, that thermonuclear missiles and bombs come flying down from the sky. All right. It says, "In the beginning of the immorality for to come." The immorality, to be immortal of, the kingdom to come. The children of Israel is next in line to receive the kingdom, to receive the promises, to receive the covenants, man. The new kingdom and the new covenants, man. To be in all righteousness, man, forever. To rule in righteousness forever, man. Under the rulership of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, it says, "In the beginning of the immorality for to come, wherein corruption is past." Who was to corrupt it? Esau, the so-called white man. It says, "Wherein the corruption is past." So that corruption is gonna be past. All right. It's gonna be no more corruption. It's gonna be all righteousness. It says in the verse 44. It says, "Intemperancy is at an end," and that word intemperancy is pretty much indulgent, not indulging, but over access. Let me get the definition of it. So intemperance, it says lack of moderation or restraint, pretty much not having no discipline or not being obedient. It says overindulgence, overconsumption, excess, self-indulgence. All right. So it says lack of moderation or restraint. So it says intemperance is at an end, and infidelity is cut off, righteousness is growing, and the truth is sprung up, man. So let me get that word infidelity. Infidelity, it says the action or state of being unfaithful to a spouse or other sexual partner, but in this case it's speaking about being unfaithful to a spouse, man. All right, so let's go back to the scriptures. Oops. All right, it says intemperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off, man. It says righteousness is growing and truth is sprung up, man. So pretty much, man, these people that have this infidelity, wanting to be against their spouse, which is Yahweh Shai, all right, it's gonna be doomed, all right. Having this overindulgence in sins in their wicked deeds is gonna be doomed, all right. It says righteousness is growing and truth is sprung up, and that's what it is. These living waters is sprung up like a spring of water, a well of springs, man, or a spring of a well, man. So pretty much, man, these people is not wanting to see an end. All right, they want to see this life continue on, but the real righteous, the true righteous ones want to see this current life end. All right, they want to see this current life end to see the new kingdom arise, man. We want to see, righteousness. We don't want to see wickedness anymore, man. Like I said, this article, it caught my attention, man. And that's pretty much what the people are pretty much living in, and they're living in in a winter mindset, in a winter dark state of a mindset, man. And all I want to say is, man, shalom. DTA.